Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Everything in the Sky with me, the Rusted Gamer. And today we find our start down below the big dome. Um, I have made some massive progress, as maybe you might have already seen from up top here. But let's go ahead and drop into spectator mode so I can fly around and actually show the progress and talk about what we're doing for today. Alright, so here we are above the island. Take a look, take a look. I started messing around a little bit with the gravel and the dirt and the sand, and the next thing you know, one thing led to another, and I completed the whole damn thing. Check it out. Check it out. Obviously, I need to totally fill it up with water. Just did the first level to do a test. I wanted to see how everything planted on all the different resources, and everything plants out fine. Great. And then, yep, we're going to be building a steam engine today. So I needed some more dripstone, and I built this farm, which, well, if I'm being honest, basically most of it built itself. I used deployers to put the dripstone down. I used deployers to put the glass down. I used deployers to put the actual dripstone points down. Yeah, and last I checked, I got like 10 or 12 stacks of dripstone in there, I believe. So we got plenty of dripstone to build our engine. Check it out. I just love that. I love it. I'm looking forward to filling it up with water and continuing on with the build. Putting in all the seagrass, the sea pickles, the kelp, so on and so forth. I even have a little bit of the reef materials, the different corals, so that's all going in there, And then maybe at some point I expand it. I actually had the idea earlier to have like maybe an aquarium. Right, so we come out over here somewhere, we build an aquarium building, and then we build a tunnel underneath down into the basement of the aquarium where you can have like a viewing tank maybe. I don't know, lots of ideas, and I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the glass yet. I might take the glass out at some point afterwards, but I won't know until it's filled. So like I said, today we're going to be building a steam engine. I messed around a little bit with a couple of different designs. 2 modules versus 4 modules. But 2 modules like this, I think is going to be more than fine, because it's going to be actually 1, 2, and 3, right? So 1 module is 3 complete steam engines, so 2 modules will be 6 steam engines total. And that is a lot of rotational force. So I think I'm going to be able to go with 2 and be happy with that. And of course, if we go down below, I already laid out some piping to figure out how I want to build a dripstone farm. So I think if I lay the piping out something like this, and then of course do all the cauldrons, all the rest of the piping, the pumps, everything else involved with it, I'll produce more than enough lava to supply 6 steam engines, not 12. 6 steam engines, and I'll figure out just how I want to do the layout. I'll figure out just how I want to do the layout, but I think it's going to be something like this, and I'll have to figure out the spacing. Because although I know how I want to build a steam engine, I'm not really sure how I want to build the building that's going to go along with it. And that's definitely going to be in a different episode. So anyways, let's go ahead, get back into our body, and start looking at building. Alright, as you can see, all the pipes are in. Well, just about. I'm going to replace that torch pretty soon. And I'm going to be coming in pretty soon now with the basins, and I started the dripstone block portion here. I got to go up and get some pointed dripstone as well to work on this, because as I put the basins down, I also have to put the pointed dripstone down at the same time. Because it's a 2 by 2 square, But I think this is going to be plenty big enough, and pipes pull from, I believe it's 16 blocks from where you put the pump. So I'll be putting a pump somewhere down here. I'll probably have to sacrifice 1 or 2 cauldrons to do so on each pillar, but that's okay. That's okay. I got plenty here, and if I have to, I can expand. I got plenty of space. Alright, here we are, and as you can see, I got a good amount of work done. I decided to make it bigger, both because I thought it would look better in a more of a design like this, and also to help line up a little bit more, I think, with our steam engine up top. make sure we got plenty of lava. So I got most of it already set up and ready to go. I just got to get a last little bit of dripstone and pipes down. And then if we go up top, okay, so this is where I'm going to put the steam engines right here. I decided on a 6-engine style, so 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 over there. I don't quite have an idea as to what I'm going to do for the building of it yet, but I'm kind of starting to come to look at it as the bow tie system. So we'll see. And then the mechanical arm will be right here, and I believe this should be close enough to reach all of these blaze burners when everything is set up. And ideally I would like to get some obsidian to fill down below here, because I'm going to have the obsidian here, then the blaze burners on top of that at basically ground level. And then obviously the tanks and the steam engines going up the top there. And then in the middle here, I'm either going to have 1 or 2, depending on how I have to set it up, systems to drip lava into a bucket. And then the bucket is going to be what gets put into the blaze burner, as opposed to how I do it in my island now, where I use the straws and I can deposit lava directly. Using the bucket and the mechanical arm will increase the heat. So by association will increase the amount of rotational force I have to use on my island. Alright, so this is it so far. You can see pretty well we have all of our power and pipe outlets coming out. Pretty good. Everything is totally encapsulated. I just got to put some lava down, which is where this backpack comes in handy. And I'm just going to put all of these buckets down, and from there, as it generates, I'll set it up to refill itself totally until this is all source block lava. And then I'm going to have to put in a lot of glass, because I want to be able to see everything going on. You know, I want to be able to see the lava down under there. I consider it maybe like a heat source for underneath too. And then I'm going to put 1 or 2 pools of water on top, somewhere on top of this. And that water is what's going to go ahead and feed the steam engine. And the way I see it, if I put it on top of the lava, then maybe the water itself is getting kind of preheated and produce steam a little easier. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start putting down my glass and my lava. So as the lava farm continues to populate itself, let's come up here and take a look at what the plan is. So like I said, we have 3 steam engines on each side. This is more or less the layout. I will extend the tanks back down after I set up the arm, the mechanical arm. I have to set it up and select all this stuff first. Not a big deal, so I have it set up basically on both sides. We're ready to go. And you can see here we have the fluid pipes coming up, which will pump lava into the spout up here. Right there, that spout will fill a empty bucket on the depot. The depot will then move the lava bucket down into this vault. And these deployers will deploy it out. And I don't actually think I technically need the depot, but I'm going to leave it there anyways. And then the mechanical arm, when it's here, will pick up the lava bucket, deploy it in the blaze burners, and then put the empty bucket back up top to be filled again. So fantastic there. We're just about done. I added the fluid pipes on the back. These will pump water into everything. And then let's go ahead and take a look below. Alright, so here we are down below. You can hear the dripping of the water. We're not totally finished down here yet. It's just kind of rough done. The lava is still filling up from over here. I set up a little machine. There's a water wheel in there, and it's taking the mechanical, it's taking the hose pulley here, and it's pumping lava through it and replacing everything underneath the source blocks. So we're getting pretty close there, actually. I mean, that's actually not looking too bad. And then we'll come up here, and if we look up top, this is our setup. So those 3 pipes on each side are going to be water pipes, which will come down and will link here. And then these 2 pipes here are going to be the lava pipes, which will come down and will link. Well, this whole thing right here, if you see up top, it says encased fluid pipe. This is a lava pipe. It goes all the way around the outside. All of the lava pipes from underneath pump into it, as you can see there. And that should, without a question, pump more than enough lava than I'm going to possibly need. I'm just going to have to link it up to everything up top. So I did some experimentation. I know it said 3 points couldn't reach. And what it really wasn't doing is it wasn't reaching the one here on the corner on each side. 1 and 2, just like that. I haven't modified this side yet, right? So it wasn't reaching this one and that one over there. And then the third place it's not reaching when I set the mechanical arm up is here. It's a little bit too far away, probably 1 block too far away. Not a big deal. It's a little different than the design I normally create, so a little bit of problem solving to do. As you can see, I took the tanks down, and that's because I can't leave it like this. I have to fix it. It has to be side to side. It can't be up and down. I got nothing else. Not a big deal. It's not going to cost me a lot of time. I might even push this whole thing out 1 more block further than what it is. It'll give me a little more space to make my next setup here. And yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and get to work on that. Before I start getting to work on that, you can take a look down here and see just what I did. I ran the pipe straight down this way. No problem. It looks good. I'm going to have to move things around a little bit because I'm going to move the furnaces around a little bit. But, I mean, so those pipes are going to come from this side and this side. It's not a big deal. Same thing with the lava pipes. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and move that stuff all around now. I can't leave it the way it is. Alright, as we put down our second mechanical arm, check it out. 1 input, 28 outputs. That's all of these blaze burners. And this guy up here, the brass funnel. The input is this 1 lava block here, and it is perfectly done. This is it. I mean, I haven't hooked up the actual steam engine portion yet, but this is the steam engine right here. Same thing here. We got our lava coming up. It goes into the spouts. Empty buckets get deposited here, go into the vaults on both sides, come down, get turned into lava buckets, come through the smart chute, and get outputted down here. So floor level down here, I'll probably put down slabs and make it a little bit lower. But yeah, I mean, that is basically the mechanism. It is pretty much done. Check it out. Check it out. Let's go ahead, drop into spectator mode, and take a look at this. I think we are just about done here. Ignoring this little segment here, we have all of our different pipes connected. I'm still not entirely happy with how it all looks, because this looks like a mess, but we'll see. It took a little bit just to figure out how to get it all connected, so you know what? Part of it might just look like a mess. That might just be how it is. Right, so we have our 3 water pipes going up, and then our lava pipe here is in the middle of all the water pipes. Everything is hooked up, I believe, through pumps. So pumps should be able to make everything good. Good distance. If we come up here, we can again see that our power is hooked up, coming around over here to our 2 mechanical arms. So that's looking fantastic. And if we come over here to the front, this is it. This is our steam engine. We have 6 steam engines here. We'll find out how much it will actually produce pretty soon. Everything I think should work here. Buckets should get filled by these spouts, move down into the vaults and get picked up. The arms didn't give us any errors when we set them up. I will take and make some walkways eventually up here. Maybe to also go along with whatever type of building I put up here, like, you know, inspection, things of that nature. But also for a way to get up to our rotation speed controller and change our speed. But yeah, check it out. I think we're about ready to go and try and turn this thing on. And the only way we're going to make this work is to hook up probably quite a few water wheels, because we're going to need enough power to power basically everything that's hooked up here all at once. Alright, well, I got 5 water wheels set up. There we go. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Let's find out. So it didn't overstress. That's a good sign. Doesn't have water yet, or heat, but it's going very slowly. Let's go ahead, get down below, make sure everything is spinning correctly. Oh, so look, we have lava going in, we have water going in. All the pumps are spinning. Look, we have lava going into the spout. Oh, we have no buckets in this. Oh, there we go, there we go. We got an achievement. Look, look. It's picking up lava. Go away. Oh. Alright, check it out, check it out. It was exactly what I thought. I didn't have the rotational speed controller set high enough, so it wasn't really pumping any water into the engines. I eventually got it sped up, and it's quite loud up here now. And as you can see here, we have almost as much water going in as heat. And I could change that by either adding some more pipes or just turning the speed up a little bit more. But right now we're set at 160. Let's go ahead and take a look below. Alright, and if we come on down here, as you can see, everything is going pretty good. We have the water system going nicely. Everything is pumping nicely. Is it all lava all the way around? It might be. Nope, nope, not quite. We still have a little bit of lava to fill, but that's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all, and that'll be filled pretty quickly at the rate we're going. Fantastic, fantastic. We have power. Alright, check it out. With that little mechanism over there, we are now filling our moat, or our river feature, or our water body, or whatever you want to call this thing. We'll see how many water blocks it is. This can do, I think, a maximum of 10,000 blocks before it becomes quote-unquote an infinite source, and then can no longer fill. But check it out. Yeah, I mean, it's going quick, right? It's going quick. All right, we're back, and the moat is done. Check it out. It is totally filled. The pumps filled it up all the way up to about halfway through the top layer. So about that many bricks is 10,000 bricks according to however that is factored. And then the last half I did by hand, and it wasn't terrible because all I really had to do was fill a bucket and dump it on this side here and that side there on that top block, and should pretty much auto-filled most of itself. So not terrible. I also put down a lot of sea pickles here. A lot of sea pickles. 2.5, maybe 3 stacks. Not enough to finish the job by any stretch of the imagination, but now it's at least a little bit lit and looks good. And in this area over here, I actually tried to build it. I don't know how well it looks yet. I'm not sure if I like it. That's the only coral blocks I have, as far as I know at the moment. The only way I can get that is through the Wandering Trader, and it doesn't always have them. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I think it's looking pretty good. Come up. Not bad. Not bad. It looks pretty good at night. I'll go ahead and I'll wait. Well, actually, we'll come back to that. We'll come back out here. I'm sorry, we're getting close to the steam engine. You know what? I should figure out how to turn that down. Now, I've spent a lot of time looking at this, and I already don't like it. It's pretty functional. But yeah, I'm not looking for just functional. I also think it's very, very busy. Does it work? Yeah. Well, it's going to get loud over here. Pumping plenty of water, pumping plenty of lava. We got plenty of lava generation down here. So is it working? Yeah, absolutely, it's working. But I don't like it. Now, the original plan, which I wasn't able to do when I started this, was to just put the pipes straight out the sides. And I think, since that's more than 10,000 blocks, I should be able to do that, and it will still be counted as an infinite water source, and we shouldn't have any issues. My concern is I've encountered a bug in past versions where if you put the pipe out straight out, it takes the water block in front of it and then doesn't register any of the other blocks around it. The good thing is I can try this with one side of the steam engine, because I can shut one whole side off just by unhooking the pipes on one side. The rest of it will be fine. The rest of it will stay running, and I might go ahead and try and do that. All right, it is nighttime. It is dangerous for me to be out here, but I just figured I'd show you how well it looks. Even just with the sea pickles that are in there now, everything is pretty well lit. I will definitely be going and hiding some of those glass panels. There's just too many glass panels. I don't know if I'm going to leave any of them visible. But I will go down at the bottom and see how it looks down there. It is unsafe for me to be out here any longer. I got to go and sleep. Quick changes up top. Ran some pipes up top here, as you can see. They come out down here. Right there, there's 6 pipes right there. I gotta finish a little bit of terrain underneath there. Alright, let's go ahead and replace the shaft. Everything is turned on. Oh, yep, well, the pipes are telling me we're pumping water. So that is definitely a thing. Let's go take a look up top and also down in front. I apologize, it's going to be loud. We're going to get close to the engine and we're just going to make sure that it has all of the water and lava it needs. This is questionable right here. No water. No water. No water. So, yeah. Because of the way the pipes come out, I think. Alright, so as cool as that kind of looks, and I do like how that looks, the way it works out is it's not taking water. It looks like it is, but it's not, because of how it takes from that direction and from that water pool. So, if I wanted to, I guess I could extend the bottom down over here, out towards me. 6 bricks, kind of hide it with scenery, and then put a infinite water source there with stairs, like I have here. Because yeah, there's stairs under here, right there. And that would probably work, and that wouldn't look terrible. It would allow me to keep this functional the way it is. Let me consider that. That's going to take some time now. Alright, well I was pretty busy. I got a lot done. Can't really tell from up top. But look at this. Everything looks great. Everything is running great. Let's drop into spectator real quick and take a look. So if we come down here, this is where you can really tell we've made some massive progress. I changed how the piping is working. I changed how all the connections are working. I still have a couple that aren't hooked up, but at the moment I don't really need them hooked up. And the steam engine is just being fed by these 2 on the outside. And at the moment that seems to be all it needs. It doesn't need a whole lot. The pipes are now totally run both sides to the outside. Over here you can see it's a staircase infinite water system. It's working great. Now I do figure eventually I'm just going to want to put a couple of pillars down here anyways. 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't really know. I'm not sure how many I want to put. But it would be pretty cool if, like, I put 2 pillars, 1 on each side for the water source for the steam engine, and then made them hollow and water internally all the way down. So, like, when you're down here and you're working in the areas that are going to be set up down here, you can, like, look over and see this kind of cool looking aquarium. But that might be beyond my buildability. Either way, I think we're going to call it an episode here today. We got a lot of progress done. The steam engine, everything involving the steam engine is done or only requires touch-ups. Nothing is truly done when I'm around because I usually come back and build something 3 or 4 times before I finally consider it good enough. Alright, well, I think we're going to call it an episode there. And I think it's going to probably be a long one. As always, I've been a Rusted Gamer. If you like what you saw, thumbs up, subscribe. Got any suggestions? Feel free to drop them for me. I'll probably comment back to you. And until the next episode, have a great day.